As we've traveled the United States on our hunts, we've gone on a lot of cavern and cave tours. This one by far is our favorite. It's about a 2-hour tour for those that can handle it, and at the end, you get to see tons of graffiti from the people who were there 100 years before you.
This is a man-made structure done in 1939. So this cave was discovered in 1885, and we're about to see the real entrance to the cave. So do you think it's up, down, or horizontal? And those that have been here can't say. Because you already know.
I'd say it's up, probably.
Okay, we're going to find out. And we're going to stop there. So you can come up and fill in the sidewalk here. You can come closer.
So how far does it go up there?
Much touching the side. You can come over. What's your name? All right, Jeremiah, you can step right there. Okay, you're good. So you can see the top. Everyone can see the top?
Yep.
On the right-hand side, that little patch of light. It's kind of cloudy out there. That is the only entrance to the cave and exit, the real one. There is, people wonder sometimes if there's enough air in here for us. But there is. Otherwise we wouldn't be in here. But there's a lot of 5-inch openings all throughout the cave. It's actually 2 miles long. We're only going to see about half a mile of it. And many of the rooms are closed off because of different bugs that live in there, different creatures that are endemic to this cave.
Cool.
So
you guys closed them off?
They did, yeah. The park did. I haven't seen those rooms either.
What are they?
Oh, there's diplurans and cave crickets and 7 different fly species.
And we might bring in contaminants.
Spiders. Well, if people were in it, it would just be too much disturbance. I mean, this part already that we're going through has been gone through for almost 100 years, you know, so they might as well leave it as it is. Bats do come in sometimes, and bats will stay around, be on the ceiling for a day or two and go on out. But just 1 or 2. The bats do not live in here. The Townsend's bigger bats, and it's just way too much disturbance, probably for them. So that entrance was discovered in 1885 by Absalom Lehman, and he was a rancher here. He was riding his horse one day when suddenly a very large pack rat came and stole his sandwich right out of his hands. So you know what a pack rat is? It's one of those really big native rats that live here. It's part of their habitat, and they build these big, huge nests, sometimes in caves. They love shiny objects. So this rat was running off with his sandwich. He was not happy about that. He got on his horse, he chased that rat when suddenly his horse stepped into a really big hole. And that big hole was this hole.
Oh.
No, they were left dangling there for 4 days, both he and the horse, before they could be winched out.
They survived? Did
Wow.
they survive?
They did survive.
Wow.
The horse
The
too.
horse and him?
Yep. Do you think it's true? It was published in the Ely, Nevada newspaper as the way it was found. Do you see a bat? Okay, now we have to look at the bat. This cave is a solution cave, as in water. And do you see where my flashlight is? Anyone who cares about looking?
I'm looking.
These are the picture takers. So you see the drips there?
Yeah.
That is how it grows. And it's coming from the earth above. And we had lots of rain yesterday and snow. So they say it takes about 48 hours for a drip to go through a stalactite. And when it goes through the soil, it becomes a little bit acidic, like soda pop. They call it carbonic acid. And when it does that, it actually dissolves the limestone rock. So this rock that we see here, all these things, it's a form of limestone changed chemically, and it's called calcite. But this gray rock here is limestone in its original form.
Isn't that pretty?
And so 1 million years ago, And all during that long time frame, there's been a lot of huge lakes here. Several. One, Lake Bonneville. And Salt Lake is its last remnant. And so it ate into the rock, dissolved it, changed its form, and that's why we have all these incredible decorations. which
That's
are very
beautiful.
rare. When you come around here, we're going to try to fit everyone around here so we can see that. Because only with a small group can I do this, which is, you guys are lucky.
Yeah.
Here is a stalagmite happening. If you look directly above it, there's some with drips on it. And the other day, it was actually dripping. The only way the cave is growing is by water in other places and other things happening. But these gigantic things here are not yet. The shield, but back in olden times, all the warriors had those big shields in front of them when they were fighting. That's why they call these shields.
It's probably because it's like a circle. It's probably because it's kind of like a circle.
It is, and that too. Yes, exactly. So there's 300 of these shields in this cave.
Watch your head, tall people.
Oh wow, I thought I would have been to that height.
It does give you an idea that things take a while. But the water in here has been different. I mean, at first it was all solid rocks. So there's been areas where it's like a waterfall or it's trickled, and it's done all these different things throughout the course of ages and ages. But this is what's happening now.
Buddha Valley.
Buddha Valley. Oh, I like that.
You have to rub your hand to the belly
Oh,
of the
right,
Buddha.
right.
For good luck.
Oh, that's great. I have to use that. And it's just really beautiful to me.
Yeah.
It looks like a waterfall there. You can see how that would be.
So the progressive girl would be real happy, right?
The what?
Progressive girl.
They did a great job. Some people drop stuff. I tried to pick it up.
Well, I saw the pictures of the people who come in just to
Yeah.
scrape lint.
Clinton, they did that about a month ago. I went here.
Oh, could this have been another pack rat right here?
Oh.
Look at all this dirt.
Yeah, something.
Oh.
And poop.
Oh.
Lighting here much earlier, like in the 40s, but this valley did not get electricity, this whole area, until the 40s. There were people that were caretakers for the Forest Service, and they had all kinds of parties in here and did all kinds of things for promotion. Yeah. So it was very heavily used. Yeah. Rocking the
shield you were
shit.
talking about.
These were,
Close to.
and there's 4 actually, so I can fit a whole group. I fit 20 people. I fit over 20 people.
Oh, yes.
I smush them together. All right. So does anybody have any questions? Really weird, and they're only found in caves with shields. Isn't that weird? No one knows why.
So
There's
those
such a
shields
mystery.
have different composition.
All their positions are different now. Now, they had to come off of a wall, at least that's what they believe.
What she means, a different composition, mineral composition.
Oh, the composition is all the same. Here. And there's this sparkly stuff here called aragonite,
There's a bacon.
and that was caused from heat
bacon
or
right there,
crystallized calcium.
That's bacon.
Aragonite. Watch your head.
Very cool. Very yes.
Wow.
Oh man, that's really low.
Yes, gotta watch your head and watch everything.
Yeah, that's pretty low.
I know, it's real low. It's a very low spot.
Oh, even me need
Yes.
to bend down.
No one's immune,
Yeah.
except very small children. Watch your head there.
Put your white balance on.
This is a tour. They don't take kids on this tour, right?
Oh, yes, kids at age 5 can go.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, it's the strollers and stuff.
Oh, not strollers, they have to go on their own. Babies go on the short.
You got a 60-minute tour.
Yeah.
Does it go through the same area?
It goes, yes, it does. Right up to where we're going in this next room.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So then it was in private hands.
Wow, this is great.
I know, this group is having a great time. It's good, is it? It's almost surreal.
The dance hall, is that what it's called?
Those are shields right there. And then you see them coming off the wall. Camp outs. And actually during this Lynn camp, one of my coworkers who was here, because we're all seasonal, and she started early, and she brought some stuff here for us to look at. So,
Oh, that's
Oh, this is the
so
stuff
they
that they
also
found?
said it was a speakeasy. Now during Prohibition in the 1920s, they found actually a cork, which is this. And it was from a long time ago. It was a wine cork
Oh, wow. That's funny.
So that was found in this cave here?
in this cave. So this is these are the chicken bones. I'm like, oh, lovely.
Very good cork, right?
And the cork.
I'll be darned.
And then glass.
Part of a bottle, yeah.
So they dug up all kinds of stuff to clean the cave out. So it was really.
How do you
used
know
a
it's
lot.
chicken?
Somebody dated that or looked at it, not human.
When you certainly dug it up.
And I do have a radio. That was great that I forgot to mention that until you said something. But I have a radio. If anyone needs to come out, I can radio up top. It's just under my coat.
What is that?
This is a pseudo-scorpion.
It's like a bone or something.
It does, right there.
Yeah. Like a piece of a bone. Could be just off the stalactite that fell in there.
It could. But it sure looks like something. It looks bone-like.
That's good. Now look.
No, it's just something growing,
Tell me which is better. That one or
but it's white.
that one? Or how do you
No,
that?
no, that doesn't look like a little
Probably.
bone piece.
I think those.
I don't know.
Oh, the one with you.
All right. We ready to go to the next room?
Oh, there it is. Oh, look at the water. It's so clear.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? You can't even.
It's so clear.
Oh, yeah.
It's very clear.
Can't even tell it's water because it's
Yeah, watch the heads.
so clear there, yeah.
And same
It's
here,
so
there's
clear.
one here.
I haven't seen water that clear.
So there's insects that live in the water too. No? Wow. Can't even tell it's water, I'm telling you, that's silly.
So I guess you can drink that. Coming up.
Oh yeah, the railing's wet too.
The railing is wet too, but this is really bad spot.
Evened out a little bit. This rock they piled up here, right?
Yes, they did. Pathway. What's happened?
No, there's some people stuck back at the pond.
Are people stuck?
Where the lights are, you can really look shows pretty, but there's no lights, you can't see anything.
Yeah.
Not the IR.
Speed.
The IR really does a difference. They used candles to do this, and they held the candles up there and burned it.
Okay.
Wow.
This is not the graffiti room.
This is not the graffiti
Well, I
room?
know you could call it that. We call it now history. People came through this passageway where my flashlight is.
They used to crawl.
Up
They
there.
had to crawl.
Uh-huh.
They had to crawl, they had to scoot, they had to go hands and knees, and they had to do real spelunking.
Yeah.
And it took 4 hours to go from the entrance to here.
4 hours.
We saw that entrance.
Basically
4
on their
hours.
hands and bellies, huh?
So they went all
Yeah.
a whole different route.
Wow.
And then when they got here, you know, it was very exciting to write your name. And this was back then. Back then, it was a long trip to get here. It was difficult.
How far is back
Back
then?
roads, 100 years. You know, because we see a date here.
See, it says
I think
1912 right
actually,
there.
I read an account of an employee like in the 50s who did that. Yeah. So, it's been written all over. But that's how it was. No one thought about that then.
Stalactites in here, are those all, it's in the last 100 years?
Well, who knows? It could be even longer than that.
But some of
Inscription
them would have
room.
been damaged by the candles, presumably.
Right, maybe. But look at that one's growing.
Right.
It's still dripping.
So what is it, so why using a clear wax candle made it black?
You know,
So-
and that's the part that I don't understand.
No, I mean, there's all this smoke coming out of the
Smoke, yeah.
candle. So if you hold it right there and move it slowly,
And
you're
that's what
leaving the
does it?
smudge of, and if you were burning candles in your home all the time, everything would be
Would be
dirty.
smudged.
Yeah, you'd notice your walls would get dirty.
Yeah.
So you're saying this is the inscription room, there's a graffiti room?
Figure out how they did that. And we call it the inscription.
There's a graffiti
This
room,
is
has more?
This is the lowest spot in the cave.
Oh,
194 feet
oh, yeah.
You mean underground?
below ground.
Selfie.
Duh.
There you go. I just
There you go, yeah. Doing another one, doing another selfie? Duh.
get the background. There's the wire.
I'm coming.
Dries a little more, but we get a lot of rain. That's only my second season here. Oh, yeah. What's less, you know? It's not if the light goes out or something.
It's the columns.
I can go with that. It's like a little cavern.
Just how it grew. Isn't that pretty though?
Yeah.
And it's so dark, and then it's like right over your head, you know?
And then down the cave and get out and something.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. It could be to start our walk back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lights down all the time?
No, the lights go off and on. We have to turn them off.
That's a timer?
No, we have to do it. And then at the end, there's a big switch. But I'm shutting it off behind us.
Well, if there's not somebody back there, if there is, they're staying there.
Well, everyone has flashlights, so
Some of us don't have flashlights though.
you have enough, there's enough light though.
I know.
I'm gonna shut the light off behind everyone. You just wait there. Yes, well, yeah. And they did it to divert the path away from there.
CCC Corps
This
did
is
this.
when the path was made, it was dirt then.
So they took all of them off of the ceiling?
Well, I don't think so. What I think, we don't really know. It's hard to say.
Yeah, it could happen.
And you could have bigger stalactites.
Probably if you open this,
Going down to the ground.
stalactites.
I wonder if people will even be doing tours in here. So watch the right-hand side.
627.
1892?
Yeah, somebody scratched it.
1892.
Right up there.
Wow.
It says June 8th, 1892.
Oh my gosh. And look at all these down here.
Yeah, there's more.
They knocked that all down. Okay.
When they use
There's
that.
one is
Going out.
1896.
100 years ago. And then we just see
120.
1896.
It's dead. Watch your back there.
I do.
Yeah, they're having fun hitting their head.
Hey, They're gonna take him and tell you. Take it.
Wow, that go.
Right.
Every time she asked him to kick that door, the reverberation coming up from the cavern sounded like a cannon fire.
Go ahead.
Then somebody asked that mystical question, why doesn't a duck's quack echo? And of course the answer is that it does echo. You just won't be able to hear it. The volume and pitch are so soft that the echo will intermix with the original quack and you can't tell them apart. Now keep that in mind when people ask you how come you have to use recording equipment in order to hear an EVP.
Bye, Diane. Bye. I know.
Here's the map.
Thank you.
The map is just going to show you.
Wow. Beautiful in there. It's beautiful outside too.
So that's what I was meaning by horizontal, but then you're going up like
We went
that.
And you said it was at the old lake, the old lake level, the old lake.
The old water table.
Water
level.
table, right, so the, right.
So,
Palace.
yeah, we went to the Grand Palace. That's as far as it goes, then, right?
Right,
And that's where we
right.
turned around. At the end, you get to see all the places that you missed, and boy, it's a lot. It's a really big cave. Take this one, folks. You won't regret it.